I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, to give me the spirit to do this video. Let's jump right to it. Sirach chapter 18, starting at verse 11. Therefore is Yahawah patient with them, and poured forth his mercy upon them. He saw and perceived their end to be evil. Therefore he multiplied his compassion. He multiplied his compassion. Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai knows the case we're in, man. He knows that we need beyond mercy, okay, to get up out of here, man. Because imagine if we were judged by the law. We will all be dead, okay? We will all be dead, man. Dust, back in the earth, all right? But the Most High, in verse 12, it said, he saw and perceived their end to be evil, okay? Therefore, he multiplied his compassion and his mercy. Verse 13, the mercy of man is toward his neighbor, but the mercy of the Lord is upon all flesh. He reproveth, he nurtureth, and teacheth, and bringeth again, as a shepherd his flock. He hath mercy on them that receive discipline, and that diligently seek after his judgments. So he's long-suffering, okay? Because this lesson is going to Yahawah being long-suffering, all right? And through that long-suffering, you can't take advantage of that, man. Thinking that you're getting away with things, man. That's the spirit of the world. They walk around and think they're getting away with everything, okay? But the reality is that the Lord is just stacking them up and stacking them up, okay, to execute that judgment when that time is. From there, let's go to Nahum chapter 1, starting verse 2. Yahawah is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. He reserveth wrath for his enemies, man. Okay, he's long-suffering because Yahawah's will has to come to pass perfectly the way he set it up, okay? So he's not going to go over the bounds of what he already set in the spirit within his will. So he's long-suffering because his will requires him to be long-suffering. But that does not mean that you're getting away with things, man, okay? And Esau especially ain't getting away with nothing. The way he didn't tore up the earth and destroyed everything, man. Totally against life, all right? Verse 3, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Will not at all acquit the wicked, man. So he's waiting, man. He's letting his will play out on the earth, okay? Then he gonna execute. He don't have to be fast to anger when he already know what's gonna happen. He already know the deal, man. Okay, he letting it play out. So he's gonna execute judgment whenever he see fit within the proper time, okay? The Lord have his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. So he knows how to put forth that judgment at the right time, okay? So for the world, we know that makes them think they got away, right? Ain't nothing gonna happen. They can just continue to do wickedness. But for us, okay, the hopeful elect that believe in Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai, we have to take that in consideration that, hey, man, take this grace seriously, man, okay? The Lord will not forget anything you have done, bad or good. So we need to stack up those treasures, man, and stack up the good, okay? And run from the bad, all right? From there, let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 17. I said in my heart, Yahawah shall judge the righteous and the wicked. For there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. Right, every purpose, okay? There's a time for everything, okay? The Most High knows what he's doing, man. This is his show. That's why the scriptures say, though it tarry, wait for it. It shall not tarry, it shall surely come. Because it seems like it's tearing. Why? Because Yahawah is long-suffering. He's allowing it to play out, man, okay? He's playing chess with the world, all right? From there, let's go to Romans chapter 9, verse 22. What if Yahawah, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? And that's talking about Esau when you go in that chapter, okay? But I just want to get right to the point. So the vessel of wrath fitted to destruction is talking about Esau, okay? Long suffering, all right? It says the Lord is, man, the Most High. So he allowed Esau to do all these things. Why? because he said Esau was going to do all these things. So he had to give the earth into the hand of the wicked, as it says in Job 9:24, so that it could play out, so his will can play out, which he has to be long-suffering with. Okay? From there, let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 8, starting at verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men are fully set in them to do evil. Right, because the Lord is long-suffering. So they think that they can just continue to stack up evil and evil and evil and not have to pay that bill. No, they're going to have to pay that bill, man. Okay? They're going to have to pay that bill. That's why it says in Revelations, okay, I think it's 18th chapter, how Babylon's sins have reached unto heaven, meaning they stacked it up and stacked it up. Okay? And it got to a certain point, though Yahawah is long-suffering, ultimately, like he says, though it tarry, it shall not tarry, it shall surely come. So eventually that judgment going to get put out on Babylon, okay, on the world. So the Most High got all these people in a trick bag, man. They think they're getting away with everything, man. Okay, including our people. Verse 12, though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, I ain't died yet. Shoot, maybe I'm God. That's Esau, okay? Maybe I'm God. I ain't died yet. I'm still ruling the world, still messing the atmosphere up, okay? Still poisoning the water, still poisoning the food, okay? Still oppressing the Israelites. And I'm oppressing everybody else on the planet. That's why Esau's so proud. That's why he think he's the Most High. Because the Most High hasn't done nothing to him yet, man, as a people, man. I ain't talking about an individual Edomite that just died in a car crash on Christmas. No, I'm talking about as a collective people, the seed of Esau, the Edomites. All right? Yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahawah, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before Yahawah. Right. Okay. So if we fear the Lord, man, okay, we understand that it's tearing, but it shall not tear. We got to be patient. But we understand that everything's on fire right now, man. Like, we in the mix of the huge prophecies. The last prophecy, man. Okay? The mark of the beast. World War III. Everything is happening simultaneously with each other. And we can see it. It's manifesting on the earth, man. Remember, at the end, it shall speak. From there, let's go to Psalms chapter 64, verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? Right. Like the Most High doesn't exist. Why? Because he ain't doing nothing. He hasn't came down. So maybe he don't exist. That's how the people think, man. That's why they even have arguments and debates about if he exists or not. Because they're wondering, well, why the things on the earth are happening the way it's happening. Why hasn't he stopped it? Because they don't understand the mysteries, man. So they think the Most High just don't exist, man. Why? Because he's long-suffering. From there, let's go to Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in dark. And they say, who seeth us? And who knoweth us? Right. Once again, this attitude of the people or the world is because the Lord is long-suffering. That's why they have this attitude, man. Okay, thinking they can get away with stuff. But people don't understand, man. Like when you watch the news, right, and see different deaths, okay, that could have been executed from something that person did 10 years ago, man. Or longer than that, man. It could be any time frame. Okay? The Lord is swift when he sends out that judgment too, man. Happens out of nowhere. So we all should fear Yahawah always, day in and day out, man. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hand of the living power, man. From there, let's go to Isaiah chapter 47, verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. Right. The Edomites think they God, man, because the Lord hasn't took them down yet, man. Look how much they have done, man. It's so much that I know the average Edomite is like, man, we must be the highest. That's how they think, man. Okay? They think they're here to rule forever and to oppress everybody, predominantly the Israelites, okay? And oppress life in general. Oppress the animals, Hell, oppress the air. Okay, they love to oppress elements, man, of all kinds and sorts. Okay, that's why they're the wrath fitted to destruction, man. From there, let's go to 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust. And these scoffers act like that, okay, and scoff at this word, man, and at the prophets, because they don't think anything is going to happen to them, man. They don't think the Lord's going to do anything, man. Verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. Man, ain't nothing going to happen. Y'all rapists. That's how they act, man. That's how these scoffers act, man. Okay? They don't understand that the Lord has marked them for death, man, and that he's long suffering, and he gonna get them. They gonna get got, man. Every last person on the earth, man, that's scoffing, that's being evil, especially directly towards the man of the Lord got a special death for you. A special death. Verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahawah the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water, in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering toward uswards. He's long-suffering, man. But the people count slack because they have no faith anyway, man. They don't believe in the Lord, period, anyway. Okay? So their heart is set to do evil consistently, man. They're very consistent at it. Okay? And they ain't going to quit. Why? They have no fear. Why? Because they don't think the Lord is going to do anything to them, man. Like it said in verse 4, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. That's their mind state. Back at verse 9. But is long-suffering toward usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. Right, so he's long-suffering, man. And if he's long-suffering, he's merciful. We have to act accordingly, man. Just do what he told us to do, man. Okay? So when it's time for judgment, we're not judged with the world, man. Okay? We get that coverage of Yahawah's blood. From there, let's go to Ezekiel chapter 12, starting at verse 25. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, says the Lord Yahawah. And he's doing that now, man. It's speaking, man. Okay? The prophet's been out there for years, okay, speaking his gospel, and things are happening, man. And the majority of our people still don't want to see it. Okay? They still don't want to see it. Verse 26. Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth of times that are far off. And that's what they think, man. That's why they always come up with, how you know it's going to happen in your lifetime? Maybe it happens 500 years from now. We don't know, because they don't want to pay attention, man. They don't want to see the signs. They're hypocrites. Like it says in Luke chapter 12, 51 on down. How do you not discern this time? But you can discern the face of the sky. You know when it's about to rain. But they don't want to connect the dots, man, that they're in that time and they got to get right. Okay. Verse 28. Therefore say unto them, thus says the Lord Yahawah, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, says the Lord Yahawah. And that's happening right now as we speak. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawah, to give me the spirit to do this video. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to Yaakam right there that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.